What would you do if everyone you trusted conspired to erase you from existence? If the person sleeping in your father's bed was systematically stealing your future, one forged signature at a time? Joanne Blackwell was about to discover that survival isn't about hope. It's about knowing when to run and when to fight back. This is her story. Stay until the end to discover the twist that changed everything.
The rain fell in sheets the day they buried Richard Blackwell, as though heaven itself was weeping for a man who'd built an empire from nothing. Joanne stood apart from the crowd, her black dress soaked through, watching a woman who'd been in her father's life for barely 3 years claim the role of grieving widow with Oscar-worthy conviction. Victoria Ashford Blackwell dabbed at dry eyes with a handkerchief that cost more than most people's monthly salary. She accepted condolences with practiced grace, her arm linked through the elbow of Joanne's half-brother, 17-year-old Marcus, who avoided his sister's gaze entirely. Joanne was 24, old enough to recognize performance when she saw it. But recognizing it and stopping it were entirely different matters. "Your father spoke of you often," someone murmured. The estate attorney, perhaps. Joanne couldn't remember his name. Everything since the phone call 3 days ago had been a blur of arrangements she wasn't consulted on, decisions made without her input, doors literally closed in her face. Did he? Joanne's voice was hollow. Her father had stopped speaking to her 6 months ago, after Victoria had shown him evidence of Joanne embezzling from the family vineyard. The evidence was fabricated, of course, brilliantly, meticulously fabricated, but her father had believed it. Or perhaps he'd wanted to believe it, because believing his new wife was easier than confronting the uncomfortable truth that he'd been seduced by a woman who saw him as nothing more than an acquisition. The will reading was scheduled for the following morning. Richard Blackwell had been a careful man, paranoid even. He'd established the will years ago when Joanne's mother was still alive, naming Joanne as sole heir to the Blackwell Vineyard Estate, 300 acres of prime wine country, a business worth $40 million. But Victoria had been living in that house for 3 years. 3 years to search,